What's happening, everybody? This is Gene coming to you from Phoenix 15 Studios Gaming. We got the full staff on deck today.
Yes, sir.
Hi, I'm Nathaniel Martinez.
And then it's your boy Anthony.
I'm Dorian.
And we are going to talk today about the PS5.
Oh, yeah.
The fifth one.
The
So,
series.
we wanted to wait until most of the news came out and we had a good amount of information to kind of talk about it accurately. I feel like we have a decent amount now.
Yeah.
The estimated release is November. We don't have a date. We don't have a price yet. So there's still more to talk about once they drop that information. But here we are. We're going to chop up what we do have now. And then we'll come back and wrap it up once it's released. I don't think we've really made up our mind as to whether we're going to buy one or two.
We're in the middle.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Depends on
So yeah, we'll chop
Must
that
just
up.
stick
But
to PC.
further development.
just to start off, in Sony's very storied history, I remember when the PS1 came out. I remember the first time I played the PS1. It was unlike anything. It was the first. Well, I won't say the first because there were computer games and things of that nature, but the CD itself was still fairly new. The disc, the back of the disc was black, so that was weird. Every CD you had seen up to that point was kind of like the hologram, the normal CD, but pitch black on the back of the disc. So that was weird. Very unique experience, and it kind of catered in this era of gaming. With all that said, here we are.
Yes.
I'm going to go ahead and say,
40?
what, 30?
30, 40?
30 years later?
Something like that.
Yeah,
Somewhere
we'll pop
around
that in here so you can see how many years have gone by. But I'm old, so it was a long time ago. And we're at the dawn of the 5th iteration of the PlayStation system. And I, myself, am not excited. For the first time through all those generations, I'm not excited.
Yeah,
How
no.
about you?
I had high hopes, in all honesty, but seeing those games, I am not excited for
Or
Ratchet
lack
and Clank.
thereof.
Yeah, no. I'm not at all.
GTA 5 yet again.
Ugh.
Might switch to Xbox now after
Ugh.
that.
I feel like it'll get better as time goes on and the system is out. But right now, it's not looking too good.
Yeah, not looking too hot. So my primary thing when they did the launch or the announcement, right? They showed all the software, and it started off strong. You had Miles Morales, and you had a few other newer titles that I was like, oh, that looks interesting, and then it was just like, I'm not excited about Ratchet and Clank. That's just me.
Yeah.
I'm not.
Yeah, it's a family game. It's not something I would go out of my
What
way
was
to
it?
play, but like
What was it? One for all? Or
Yeah.
all? Yeah, one for all was okay. But other than that,
I don't feel like Sony's, especially the older first-party properties, are as remakeable and replayable as Nintendo's first-party properties. Like when a new Zelda game comes out, it's an event.
Yeah.
Every time they redo another Mario game,
I was about to say that.
it's an event.
Yeah.
Ratchet and Clank doesn't have the same punch to me.
No, not really.
I'm not even sure kids these days know about Ratchet and Clank. No. No.
Yeah, no.
I mean, it wasn't all. They had some decent
Yeah.
stuff. They showed some decent stuff.
Yes.
But did you feel compelled to go out and drop an undetermined amount of money on this new system? because when the PS4 dropped, what was it, $399? All right, so
Yeah.
we're reasonably looking at $500 to $550 right now
Yeah.
Yeah.
for this standard disc drive version.
Yeah.
Maybe 50 to 75 less for the digital version.
I don't know. I might
Yeah.
just go to PC. Honestly.
Anything's better.
Well, here's the thing, and I always say, like, people, oh, PC game, but you miss a lot when you just do any one
That's true.
console. So if you're just a PC gamer, you miss out on some things,
Yeah,
or you get it later. Same
Mm,
thing for
Definitely
console
later.
players. There's things you don't get immediately, you know, that are great on PC that you might not have ever even heard of.
So that's why we got the variety. We got
Right.
the variety. We have the PC, Xbox, PlayStation.
Mhm.
Good
Yeah.
little taste of everything.
Yeah, Switch.
Switch.
Oh, yeah,
Don't
we
forget
got
the
Switch.
Switch,
Yeah.
the mighty mouse.
I might get a Switch instead of the new PlayStation.
Ah,
Oh,
yes,
God.
Paper Mario.
I'm so underwhelmed. Like, I don't know where to begin, but let's chop it up. Let's chop it up. So
Shop it, we will.
let's start with the memes.
The memes.
Which is my favorite part.
Yes.
Here come the memes.
Yeah. Off to the
It-
side.
The amazing thing was it was so immediate. Like as soon as that announcement was done,
Every artist.
I looked at my phone. It was like 80 memes. I was like, "Oh my gosh!" Scrolled memes for like the next hour. So you have the. All right. So my favorite. All right. I have two favorites, but I'm going to narrow it down right now. There was one where they had a duck, and the system was the bill of the duck on the front of it. That had me. And then the other one was the first one I saw, which was the internet modem
Oh yeah, in
with the
between
two pieces of paper slapped on the side of it. That was the first one I saw, and I was like, "Oh, it is on," and it was on immediately. But I'm gonna say that duck one that had me, bro. I don't know who's responsible for that, but you're a
Thank you.
genius. If you see this video, send us a message, and we'll definitely give you credit for that meme. That goes for all the memes we're about to discuss.
Yeah.
Mine's is the what's his face from Yu-Gi-Oh.
Oh.
Man, pop the collar.
Kaiba from
Yeah.
Yu-Gi-Oh.
That joint had starch in it. Pop the hell out of that PS5 collar. Well,
Mine was probably actually it was the Dr. Doofenshmirtz one.
You have
It
to
was-
show me your phone.
Oh yeah, I see
yeah,
that.
I'll put it up on the screen.
Yeah.
I will add it in post. That's what I do.
It's my
Fair
favorite
enough,
one
fair
too.
enough.
He
What?
he added it as his lock.
But there were so
screen.
many good ones. There was one where they like removed the black part and put like taco fillings in it. Look like a big white taco.
Called it a Foreman grill.
Yeah, and all the Foreman grill one. He was grilling all chicken breasts on that joint. There was one where they made it as Mount Doom and Sauron's eye was on the top of it. But when we were watching it, I said, it looks like Mount Doom. And that was like the third meme I saw. I was like, I told you. But that was a good one. There's a bunch of good ones. But yeah, all fun and jokes aside, if I go through every system I've ever owned, it's been square-ish.
Yeah.
Some form of a box. Back in the day, they weren't very fast and loose with the colors. I mean, the first NES was a gray, dark gray and light gray kind of two-tone thing with red accents, red writing on it.
What was it, the GameCube?
GameCube.
Yeah.
That was just risky all around. Everything about that system, design-wise, I mean, it was a cube. It had a handle on the back of it, so you could carry it like it was a lunchbox. It came in purple. It came in black.
And blue.
Came in silver, the platinum,
I remember that one.
Platinum.
and I think I'm missing one. Or was it just the purple and black initially, and then they got the platinum one after? I think that was it.
I'm not. I remember I had the silver one, the platinum.
Silver, yeah, platinum.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
one.
I think that was it. But I mean, a purple system was unheard of.
Yeah.
Purple buttons, maybe. Super Nintendo,
Yeah.
gray system, purple buttons, purple accents. So not many risks have been taken with the design of a system. I remember seeing the first Xbox and it had that big green medallion in the middle of it and the X imprint on the top of it.
Yeah.
And I was like, all right, that's cool. That's cool. It was still a square,
Yeah.
but
I
it was
thought
cool.
it was a giant button.
One of the few consoles I can think of that had 4 control ports built into the system. The first Xbox. But we've gotten completely away from corded controllers for the most part. But design-wise, I appreciate their risk. I appreciate the aesthetic. I just don't like it. It's not my style.
I respect it, but I just don't like it.
I respect it a lot. Like, they were like, all right, we're going to knock their heads off. But with decisions like that, you got to always think like, all right, either they're going to love it or they're going to hate it. And I still don't really know what the general consensus is because people are roasting this thing. But people
Yeah,
roast
bad.
anything. Like,
Yeah.
they roast anything. But the one with the controller, and it's like a Xbox S controller,
With the tank
and then a
top.
black tank top, and then next to it is the PlayStation 5 controller.
Yeah.
I was like, accurate. Accurate. That is a tank top. So now every time I look at that controller, I'm thinking tank
Like
top.
tank top.
Tank Top Xbox.
Yeah, yeah. It's I don't know.
I like the controller. I like the way it looks.
I like it. I don't love it. The whole thing. I mean, as a pair, it looks good, but it almost, like I said, it looks like what the concept for the PS5, like a concept
Yeah.
someone would have, a really good concept, but nothing I thought that they would ever bring to market.
It looks
As a-
good as a piece of art, but as a gaming console,
aesthetically,
it sucks.
aesthetically, this system is amazing.
But like,
Yeah, I'm not crazy about it. They show it vertically, they show it horizontally. It looks like you're hurting it when you lay it horizontally because it's kind of curved.
Slows
Yeah.
down.
But then you see it laying flat.
oh, I'm hurt.
It's also been shown that this is the height-wise the tallest system ever
yeah.
made. If you stand it. Now I've never been a vertical guy with my consoles.
Yeah, the Wii had the
Yeah,
stand.
that was the Wii.
Yeah.
Was like the only one. That,
Yeah, but I didn't have a Wii, so
Yeah.
True.
that was that. All my
Oh,
consoles have been kind of flat, so
Yeah,
majority of the pictures you see, the system is standing straight up. So I'm already kind of like. I mean, it makes more sense if you have it on the shelf. It'll fit right in that last little sliver next to the TV, but I'm always scared that's gonna fall. Somebody will nudge it and it'll just tip over.
It's over.
Yeah, and this thing is
it's
super tall, so that just adds to
$500+ down
the high
drain.
center of gravity. I'm not.
Supposedly.
No,
Supposedly.
I'm not. So design, no,
It's a negative.
it's a negative.
Yeah.
Mm-mm. Let's talk about some positive stuff.
Yeah,
Some positives. All right, so super fast SSD,
yeah.
right? So we're
Yeah.
talking about elimination of load screens,
It's a big thing.
right?
Destiny
Not a-
will take 3
Not as
years
bad
to
as
do.
it used to be, but still a thing. A minute or less, 30 seconds. But 30 seconds feels like forever when you're trying to get back in that lobby or you're trying to get back on the field or wherever. Like, it takes a bit. So we're talking about seamlessly going into a game in seconds. And we're also talking about leaving one environment into another where that environment is already loaded. So in a Spider-Man, when you're entering a building for a mission, coming off the street, going into the place where Aunt May worked at, You're not gonna have to load to go into there. It's just gonna seamlessly take you from one environment to another. And I think they illustrated that with the Ratchet and Clank footage, where he was kind of going through portals, and it was almost like a way for them to render the next
location.
environment in front of them.
Yeah.
That could be really cool. I mean, but I wouldn't say the Xbox necessarily won't be able to do that. I think it's just a natural progression of things. Like with the power that they're putting into these things, they're all going to be doing, something similar.
It's a lot of power.
The Xbox is showing that you'll be able to switch from games seamlessly from one game to the next and just kind of jump right into gameplay. So the speed is there, but the thing that everybody is reporting, and Sony has reported, that this SSD is going to be so much faster than the others. And I think what we saw was 180 times faster than the hard drive in the PS4.
Yeah.
So substantial jump in speed. You'll be able to access your games. I don't know how that's going to affect the downloading of games or the write speed. But the transfer and movement of data and the loading of data is going to be a lot faster.
Yeah.
And then we're looking at, in terms of speed, there's been no evolution in internet speeds, really.
No.
So we got a new generation of systems, faster hard drives, more RAM, more everything, same internet speed. So when you're downloading a game, these much bigger games now, with this new console, games being able to be played in native 4K at 60 and 120 frames per second, native 4K, these files are going to be massive. I mean, how long did it take for us to download the last update to Fortnite?
Oh, that was.
Granted, over Wi-Fi, yeah. You'll get double that speed if you hardwire it up to the modem, which we have upstairs in our living room. But I just don't feel like the bigger games are going to be advantageous with the internet speeds. I mean, you got the same internet speed and twice the game to squeeze through the pipe.
Man, I hope so. That'd be a nightmare.
But once you get it downloaded, you'll be able to get in the game faster.
Yeah.
But
I hope
yeah,
GTA will take 5 minutes to load in.
Man, that was going to take 30 seconds.
yeah,
Maximum.
wonderful. Daniel, what do you got on the controller?
I like it. The design, to me, it looks cool. And
Feature-wise, though, like
feature-wise, well, that thing with the triggers and how they pick up more
Kind of like feedback.
feedback.
Yeah.
Yes.
so, you're gonna have haptic feedback, which is basically a good example of that is if you're playing a driving game and you hydroplane and then you hit dry road again, or get out of the water more or less, or if you're coming out of mud or something, you'll feel the difference in the way the controller vibrates or how it feels. You'll feel the difference between different surfaces. If you're driving on snow or asphalt or sand, you're going to feel the difference in the terrain in the controller. As far as the haptic feedback, now the feature you're talking about with the triggers was more like a tension
Yeah, it's like
feature, which could be really cool if the developers take advantage of it. Or we could see it go the way of the PS4 controller, where they did not use that touchpad really at all. Like, they made such a big... I don't know if anybody remembers that or if it's just me, but they made such a big deal about that touchpad. And
it was just an extra button.
I think I can think of one game that actually used it
I can't think of any.
well. So I hope it doesn't end up like that, but I think one of the examples that I saw was with, if you're using a bow and arrow, as you pull the bow back further, the tension on the trigger will get tighter, which could be cool. Imagine like a Call of Duty, different guns, different triggers have different feeling to them, just like real guns.
That'd be very cool.
So I think there'd be some cool ways you can adapt that. So yeah, definitely the trigger piece. I think you also mentioned the spacing of the triggers on the top of the controller.
Yeah, because on PS4 controllers, between the triggers and the bumpers, this is that little
bar.
Yeah.
So now it's all fused into one.
Yeah, it's more
one section of bumpers and triggers, basically.
For more fluid movements.
Yeah, I don't know that ever bothered me.
No, not for me. No, not really.
With my big ass head, I kind of appreciate the separation. Give me some borders. But yeah, I can see how some people would like to be able to just kind of slide and even kind of just rock your fingers to do either. But you know, I'm an old school gamer. The least amount of buttons I can use, the better.
Yeah.
When I play Call of Duty, I'm like, how do you smack people and how do you shoot? I don't want to crouch. I don't want to crawl. I don't want to slide. I seen dudes sliding like that's abused. If you want to slide,
Especially
baseball is that way. Like a dude literally slid 5 times across the street for no reason. Like he was just sliding.
Yeah.
There's
What
no
was your
slide
profile?
button. He had to do that. Not feeling it. So yeah, haptic feedback, and just the tension in the triggers. We'll call them tension triggers. I don't know what they're calling that feature. The dual sense controller is what it's called. Forget multi-axis. I think it's is it 8-axis?
I'm not sure.
It'll be right here. We'll drop it in there. But I think I'm more excited about the controller than I am about the actual system. We should have just did a controller upgrade on the PS4 and left it at that. The other thing we talked about, back to design real quick, we talked about once they get past the initial phase of releasing the console and, it's out, and now we have, the next God of War game, and we want to do a special edition God of War console. I think they made such a hard turn with the design of this console. I don't think it's going to fit the aesthetic of every game that they're trying to do a special edition of. Like, I could see it for a Destiny, because it's kind of like a space age type of look. I could see it for...
Futuristic.
I could almost see it... No, I'm not even going to say that. I can't even see it. But what if you do, a Cyberpunk?
Yeah.
See that.
It's great.
But if you were to do a Ratchet and Clank special edition, it's not going to work. Horizon,
Nah.
I'm just trying to think aesthetically. Like with the PS4, it's
Easy.
It's
Slap
just a
some
box.
colors. Yeah.
so the graphics pretty much do the trick. But I think the shape of this thing won't allow them to really make it feel like the theme of that special edition console. I don't think it's... I'm curious to see what they do. But we know they're not going to change the shape of the console just to do a special edition.
Yeah, no.
It's not going to happen. So, yeah. Accessories. We saw a few pop up. The new camera.
Yeah.
Camera looks
I
nice.
mean, these cameras we have, behind the thing. You grab that box.
Yeah. Grab it.
Yep.
Grab it.
There it
Grab
goes.
it.
So, yeah, you can sit it there. We just acquired these cameras where you can see us live streaming tons of games on our channel and Twitch at Phoenix 15 Studios Gaming. We bought these cameras just so we could add our faces to the streams. They work okay. Even in low light situations, they work okay.
Yeah.
My biggest issue is you can't change the frame of the shot. It's a really tight shot. So if you have 2 people on one console playing the same game, they literally have to sit shoulder to shoulder just to both be seen in this small frame that they have. And I don't know if that's due to the size of the lens on this, but I don't know why you wouldn't be able to zoom that out or customize, how big that is. But with this generation being heavily weighed on streaming and playing online, and YouTubers and this whole new emerging demographic of gamers. I think hopefully they'll kind of work that into the customization of the experience, because right now that really annoys me. That annoys me. Like that the field of vision of the camera is so small.
And it has 2 cameras on it.
Yeah.
2 lenses.
Another thing that annoys me about this camera is, and it's something Sony has done since forever, it's a proprietary accessory, which means it only works with that console.
Like how they're like the new charging ports.
The cord, yeah, the port that you plug this into, it's just it's a unique to
Only
Sony.
yeah.
So I can't use this on my computer. And correct me if I'm wrong, but I could go buy a Logitech webcam and pop it right in to my Xbox.
Yeah. Yes.
And on the PlayStation, on the PS5, and on the controllers, they changed the USB.
So it's Type C.
Yeah, it's
Right.
a different
Type-C,
USB
so
port.
So
Right.
you can't grab like
Which
your
is the
phone.
latest. Right, yeah. So it's faster charging. With all the things that this controller is said to do, you're going to need it.
Probably.
You're going to need it. I mean, these controllers have pretty good life and they last.
Yeah, they do.
I mean, the controller goes before the battery goes.
yeah.
I've never, like my PS3 controller that I have still, the battery is done. And one of the analog sticks is just ghosted. Like, it's done. You have to
Floats
literally
on its
move
own.
it, and it just stays there. Like, it doesn't go back to the center position at all. It's like Cookie Monster. But it still works. And basically all I do with that console anymore is watch Netflix. When I do turn it on, it still works. I've had that since 2012.
Yeah.
I was late to the PS3 party because I had switched over to Microsoft when the 360 came out.
Yeah.
I
The
switched
Kin-
over to Microsoft because
with
I
the
just
Kinect.
wasn't. Yeah,
Xbox Connect.
yeah. The price of the PS3 initially, and then they had several different variations of the system with different hardware. I was like,
Yeah.
not doing all that. And then when they narrowed it
Slim,
down,
yeah.
not the slim PS3, but the reasonably sized one.
Yeah.
That's the one I bought, and I think I got it
Second
bundled
version.
with Uncharted 2 or 3, one of those,
Yeah, we
whichever
got it.
one was out around that time.
You got it over there.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Um,
somewhere in there.
Somewhere.
So yeah, I hope the camera is something that they improve. The camera looked smaller than this one, and this one's
yeah.
not very big, but it looked a little more narrow. Still has 2 lenses on it, which is amazing. You have 2 lenses, and you still get this
Yeah, tiny
this
spots.
narrow field of vision. I know the other lens is supposed to be used for VR.
Yeah.
Um,
We don't have a VR headset.
not a VR
Yeah, no.
guy.
No, not really.
I
VR.
just we don't have the space,
Sure.
and
Really
I have
don't.
health insurance, but concussions aren't really something I look forward to going through. I just see myself bouncing off the fireplace upstairs, trying to run away from a zombie in Resident Evil VR or something. Yeah, so I mean, we had our VR experience when they first came out with the Samsung VR goggles. That was mad cool, but I just don't. I don't.
It is what it is.
It is what it is.
It
I think it's
is
cool
what
to
it is.
experience, but I would never buy one to own because it would be under the bed in like a month, and I'd never touch it again.
Yeah.
So I still haven't used one yet. Have you? No,
Yeah.
you.
No.
not
Cool
really.
for
No
like
one
a
has
first
experienced.
time
It
thing.
might be. It might be amazing.
Who knows?
Stay tuned.
It might be amazing.
Probably do it.
Anybody want to let us borrow one? Because I'm not buying that shit.
Spare change. Spare change.
Almost for next leper.
Mm-mm-mm.
Call me Big Nose again. I warned you. Monty Python references. I love it. So the headphones.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
They look
They
fragile.
look weird. Yeah, they look fragile.
And we haven't really talked too much about it, but everything is white.
Yeah.
Now, we just detailed one of our systems like 2 weeks ago.
Oh, yeah.
It was a sad shame. I mean, there was so much dust in this thing. It looked like it was in the attic for a year.
It's gonna be
But
bad.
we literally vacuumed all the vents out, took the top apart, vacuumed it all out because the fan was just working overtime. And I was like, this thing is going to go if we don't clean it. So took it apart, dusted it all out, got it cleaned up, and, you know, the fan stopped going crazy. It's quiet again, but
Now it doesn't sound like a jet engine.
my point is, with the amount of dust that was in this thing, imagine that on a white system.
They look very dirty.
Yeah, so
Yes.
we don't know. I'm sure it's some type of plastic, but is it going to be the type of plastic that cleans up very well?
Grab some Windex and a paper towel.
I think the PS3 that I have
Hopefully.
is super, super well made, and it's made in a finish where I can wipe it down and look just like it looked day one. The PS4 was not. That thing got scratches on not the matte side, but the glossy side.
Yeah.
That thing took scratches immediately. So, with that said, what is this new one made of? Are you going to be able to keep it clean? It is heavenly white. I mean, not off-white, it is white. So, I'm curious about that. How it's going to handle dust? Because it's not something unless you're gaming competitively and you're taking it to your friend's house and it's like, once it's hooked up to my TV,
It
Yeah,
doesn't,
it's
doesn't
feel-
go
anywhere.
Yeah.
maybe to another room, occasionally, maybe. If you're having a LAN party, I'm old. But, if you're having friends over and you guys want to,
Local.
link up and play, that's the only time we might move it. And that's when you'll realize it's dusty as hell. But just to kind of go back to design choices and color choices, white it's a tough one.
I think it looked good in black. I can see
I did
that.
see the mock-up of a black one. It
That'd
looked
be nice.
tight. Yeah, I like the black.
What if they just like reverse
I
the
think
color
I think we're just programmed to like black systems.
They-
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
name how many systems weren't black.
I just try to think about it like
Dreamcast?
Dreamcast was kind of a taupe.
GameCube.
It was taupe. It was
I think it was a
10,
black GameCube.
10ish.
Yeah.
It was IBM color. Yeah. Dreamcast, NES, Super Nintendo,
GameCube.
the Cube. They had a black one, but they also had a purple one and a platinum one.
They had the Wii.
Autobots.
Yeah, I think that's pretty much it. So we're programmed to like black systems. I think black electronics in general,
Look good.
they look good. And I mean like look at our camera. It's black.
Yeah.
But I did pick this cherry up a few years ago. And I specifically got it because it wasn't
red.
black. I like the burgundy color of it, But
Imagine that color on the PS5.
say less.
The new Spider-Man.
If they did
Oh,
that,
yeah,
The Spider-Man.
but there's yeah.
Black
That'd
and
actually
red
be
would be
nice.
nice.
They
I'd
do
buy
a
that.
Lord of the Rings game. It's on.
It'd be orange.
Yeah, just put a light up eye on the top of it.
Yeah.
We in there.
Be a USB
Yeah,
plug.
they're already set.
that.
Don't steal my
Gola.
idea. EA
Gola.
Games. That's who has it.
I think.
EA Games.
Watch yourself.
Watching you.
Trademark it.
Price.
So, from the little reading we did, it was around
Estimated
$499.
And up.
400,
4 or
yeah.
5 and up.
Let's take guesses like the Showcase Showdown. We're gonna come back and talk about it when they announce the price, and we'll pop these up. So I'm gonna say my price is $525.
I'm thinking somewhere
Daniel?
around 550, 570.
Oh, wait. Backtrack. 2 versions.
Right.
I was just thinking about
But
that.
let's do the disc version first. So I'm saying 525. He's saying 550, 575.
It's gonna be expensive.
Anthony?
$589.97.
Pushing $600.
Yeah.
Did you add cents?
450.
You going 450? So only $50 more than the PS4, huh?
Every article that I was reading were saying it was between 4 and 5. So
I really think they throw this information out there, and they literally let us decide how much the system is going to cost. They wait to see what price people settle on. Like, people are all saying $500.
$2.
I think we can get $500, and then they might put a couple of dollars more on it. Like, oh yeah, that's what we were expecting.
for shipping and
It's
handling.
worth about
So-
$10.
They all do that.
Yeah, everybody,
Everyone's
$10.
gonna flip.
$10.
$10.
It'd be like
Yeah, really, 2 pieces of paper on a modem for $10.
yeah. I can't really tell you what what inflation makes up for from the PlayStation 1 to now. And the PlayStation 1 was the first system I actually bought for myself with my own money.
Mine.
And I can say it was $150, I think, plus games and controller. Well, I had one controller for a good minute, so I wasn't really playing with other people at the time.
Who needs friends?
A
Yeah.
controller and a headset right now will run you about
Headsets weren't a
150.
thing back then. Yeah, exactly, exactly. These headsets cost $100. The gold headset, $100, easy. Nice headsets. They work well. They're pretty durable unless Tom uses it.
Oh yeah.
Tom is my other son, their
Break.
brother.
That was
We
just-
broke them.
He destroyed.
He
one
broke 'em,
pair.
yeah.
Yeah.
They-
And continued to use it with the one headphone just dangling on the side. He didn't care. He was not letting it go.
He needs to trash talk people.
Yeah. So
2K players.
the price to me is about in line with what you would expect. Is it okay? No. But you're getting a lot more, it's higher tech, higher price, right? Considering the leap in performance that you're getting with this system versus the 4, if it's only $100 more, I don't think you can really complain.
It's worth it,
Yeah.
especially with the SSD.
Yeah.
I would probably wait to see what kind of games come out.
Yeah.
Cause
Games? Do you
I
really
wasn't-
want to go there?
I wasn't
Yes.
happy with that lineup. Stay tuned. We'll do a video on everything they kind of flashed for us in the announcement.
I wasn't happy.
Yeah,
It
it started out good. It
Got
started
2
out good.
months.
Yeah, it
No,
really
it didn't.
did.
It
And,
started out with
and then there was
GTA 5.
confusion about whether the Miles Morales game was going to be a full game or an expansion of the current game. And
Please
then they
don't.
announced a few days later that it was in fact a full game.
Nice.
Good.
It is what it is. And screw you if you don't like Miles. If you feel like he's being forced down your throat, don't play it. Sorry.
It's tight.
Deal with it.
The backwards compatibility.
I
It
really
better
don't think
be.
it's gonna happen.
So we watched a few videos, and
Gonna have to fight.
fair enough. I mean, fairly to those people that reported it. These videos, spanned over the last 5 months, but that's why I wasn't really in a rush to do a video because the news is constantly evolving, right?
Yeah.
So now we're 2 months from expected release, and what they're saying is, in reference to backwards compatibility, they are currently testing 4,000 PS4 titles for backwards compatibility. That does not mean that they have confirmed that 4,000 titles or anywhere in that ballpark will be backwards compatible the day of release for the PS5.
Okay, 4,000. That's just testing.
tested.
And that's just for the PS4.
Yeah.
And I really don't think it's going to happen. I
PS1,
really
PS2, and PS3 have not been mentioned. I wouldn't hold my breath, especially for 1 or 2.
Yeah,
Maybe
no.
3.
Hey,
I mean, but
don't.
how many PS3 games do you want to go back and play? Like,
Only one. Black Ops 2. That's it.
that's
yeah,
it.
one.
there's a couple,
Minecraft.
but not a
Yeah.
lot. Same thing with the first Xbox. Like, there's not. And 360.
Mm,
Yeah.
Assassin's
They were fun
Creed,
while they were
Black
new.
Backwards
Ops.
compatibility has
That was
never been a huge thing to me because I don't trade in my system. So if I want to pop in an old game, I'll hook
It's
up the
fair.
old system. 9 times out of 10, it's still hooked up.
Mhm.
So backwards compatibility is not a huge deal to me. But going into this generation where you have the choice of digital and disc, if you choose the digital, you've phased yourself all the way out of the equation.
Yeah,
Completely.
for backwards compatibility.
Yeah.
So we talked about that, and then one of the downsides of that is just kind of jerking the hard disk market, the tangible media, the disc, how it affect the retailers, how it affect collectors, how it affect a lot of different aspects of gaming in general.
GameStop.
Outside of
Going
just
out
uh,
of
you know,
business.
I'm not too worried about GameStop. Like
Nobody
No,
cares.
GameStop is GameStop. is-
All my games are digital.
I'll buy
so-
like if I'm in a Walmart and I know there's a game out that I want, I'll buy it from Walmart. There's nothing compelling me to go to GameStop to buy it.
Yeah.
So I'm not hardcore, I have to go to a gaming retailer. I mean, there aren't that many gaming retailers left, so there's a reason for that. There's a reason for that. So backwards compatibility is still very much up in the air. If you're looking to play your PS4 games on your PS5 day one, I'd have a backup plan.
Yeah.
Have a backup plan.
Yeah.
In fact, buy yourself a couple PS5 games because you might not have much to play.
Or I mean, you could switch to Xbox. Xbox has been doing good with
Shut
that.
up. Shut up.
Yeah, everything's backwards.
I was less
Yeah.
impressed with their announcement.
They don't really have much.
It was very underwhelming. This is the first gaming generation that I'm not excited about in my entire life.
You
That's
lived
saying
through it
a
all.
lot. Like, I am generally not excited about this generation right now. Anyway,
Yeah,
not to say that won't change, but I'm just not excited right now.
At this current point in time, this generation for games,
It's,
it
no,
sucks.
no,
It just
Yeah.
sucks.
We're
It's
just
Right now, it's
it's very slow.
it's very slow.
yeah, it's not looking too good right now.
It's no good.
Let's talk about the digital and the disc. The digital versus the disc.
I'm not really sold on the digital.
Not sold on it. Why?
It's just
Like you, I prefer to have the disc in hand. It's what I'm used to. I don't like digital downloaded stuff. It's just, I want to have it.
So, my biggest thing with that is, if I buy God of War day one, $60 in the store or online. Right? If I download it, it's still $60. You didn't have to manufacture that disc. You didn't have to pack it. You didn't have to ship it.
You don't have to go and get it either.
yeah.
So the manufacturers or the gaming companies save money, right? Millions of copies don't have to be pressed, put in cases, and shipped. Millions of copies,
True.
right? There's no waste.
Yeah.
You could ship 2 million copies and the game could suck and you can sell 500,000.
The rest is
You
going
gotta eat that, or these companies have to eat that. Then it's on sale or thrown in a bargain bin somewhere. So somebody loses in that scenario. So there are advantages to it, but every advantage to going digital has nothing to do with the gamer.
Oh yeah.
We're just getting
not
screwed
The
over
gamer
either
sees
way.
none of those savings. And in the PS4 generation, the uprising of the digital download, along with the uprising of DLCs.
Yeah.
All digital.
So I'm 100% not a DLC guy.
Nah.
Even if it looks really cool, if I pay $60 for the game, that's the game I'm playing, and when that's done, I'm
That's
done.
it.
It's
That's
over.
it.
I'm not giving you another $30. I'm not buying the season pass. I'm not doing any of that. And at the rate that I play right now, like they play more than I play. At the rate that I play right now, by the time I even think about buying it and playing it, the Game of the Year edition is already out. And I can get the game and all the expansions for $20.
Mhm.
That's where I'm at as a gamer, but for them, it sucks. You spent 60 of your own dollars for the game,
Mhm.
and then 3 months later,
You gotta spend more money, or
You gotta
worse,
spend more
the game
money.
comes out free, and then you have to add more.
it's
spend
just
money on it.
becomes
Like,
such a cash
He's
grab.
talking
and
about
feel-
Fortnite.
Yeah.
He's
If
talking
you're
about-
a Destiny
hates it.
player,
Well, in defense of Fortnite, it's a free game,
Yeah.
Yeah.
right? So,
Right.
if you spent $60 in expansions or whatever, that's fine. I don't agree with kids spending hundreds of dollars on backpacks and different outfits and skins,
Mhm.
and it's
It's just
if
useless.
they affected the gameplay or your character's
yeah,
abilities
that
or
would be
something.
reasonable, but
Yeah,
it
but
just does nothing. So it's
dude,
just
it's just a
useless.
skin. It's
For the
pointless,
swag.
and people are paying cash money for these things. It makes no sense.
Look at me again. I'm gonna punch you.
Yeah, get punched.
Well,
Throw
hey,
punched.
you're the one buying stuff, right?
What
you're
did you
the one
buy?
playing
A
Fortnite.
backpack?
I ain't buying nothing.
Oh,
Well, he
okay.
didn't
I
buy
bought
anything
several
yet.
backpacks.
You're a loser. Loser. But I'm not. If that's your bag, that's your bag. I just don't. I don't get it.
You bought stuff.
I don't get it. But anyway, we'll wrap it up there. I mean, that's what we have right now. I'm sure there's more as we get closer to November. I'm sure we'll touch this again once they give us a price, a release date,
Mm-hmm.
and we'll just kind of go from there. Our next video is going to be about the lineup of games that we were shown. And then the lineup of games that you're going to be able to download for free on the PS5 if you purchase them late in the PS4 cycle, which is actually pretty damn cool that you can do that. You spend $60 on a game and then you buy a new console, you can't play it on there. I think they're doing that because of the backwards compatibility thing.
That'd be cool.
Yeah, but underwhelmed is the sum of this video.
Yeah.
Underwhelmed.
I'm going to PC.
I'm sad.
Yeah, stay tuned.
that's
Phoenix
an
15 Studios Tech. We are going to be building a PC. Shout out to Oz Talks and Linus from Tech Talk. Watching those guys and kind of just getting the tricks of the trade and listening to what they're saying. We kind of got the gumption. That's an old
Very
word.
cool.
The gumption to do our own. So we'll be doing that on Phoenix 15 Studios Tech. So please like, subscribe, share here at Phoenix 15 Studios Gaming, tech, music, arts and crafts, whatever floats your boat. Please like, subscribe, share.
Also,
We have a bunch of videos already on this channel of us streaming and acting generally goofy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Especially him.
So check those out. Suggestions, anything, good, bad, it's all feedback. We'll take it, try to evolve the channel and make it better. So yeah, just let us know. What do you got?
You gotta put me on the spot.
Break.
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 also, don't forget that bell.
Yeah. Bell,
Yeah.
notifications and stuff. Yeah.
Yeah. Subscribe.
Yeah. Smush the bell. Smush it.
Do it.
Dorian?
Do it.
Do it. All right. All right, so this has been Phoenix 15 Studios Gaming. We are signing off for the evening. Thank you for watching, and we will talk to you guys soon.